I don't wonder why I used to sleep near an open window when I was a kid. Right now, with the device holes and stuff. And something weird is happening with the fireplace again. I said I'm very afraid of fireplaces in life now. No, I used to love them. I feel like a giant wave is just out there. But right now the gas is going well. I was joking before COVID that I need to come up with my own gas mask company. If I'd done that before COVID, I feel like that would have been a really good idea. No, I hear someone tried it. Is Marky still here? Oh, I didn't know. Apparently they've all gotten together. And pre-kills and synergy, I mean. Now I know. Maroon College and high school. Quite a bit. And they reversed my surgery, so it's possible again. Although it feels like my body's on fire all the time, so that's probably bad. Like literally all the time. And since you're using a laser 2 houses down that they used to medicate me with for NASA when I was allowed to go for runs and like move my body, and you destroy it on the way home. And everything else in the sky. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is probably not. It fills me up with acid. I think someone was sitting in the yard when they did that, and I started screaming because it filled me all the way up, not just like a little bit. I've never met so many people okay with lobotomies and acid and basically giving people brain damage. But I guess if you have $50 million investment in developmental terrorism, is okay. Personally, I liked the other way. I don't know how that works for someone, and I have to melt. But follow the yellow brick road, the Wi-Fi will provide, even though it really doesn't want to ever, so that chant on the railroad is really scary. Well, I'm stuck between a rock and a death place. I think there's a list of diseases. Hopefully I'm at the end. I would like to naturally get sick. Apparently my lymphatic system is good. And I'm back to being apparently fed in my sleep, which I don't like at all. I think I'm going back to mostly sleeper mode. It's very depressing. I now know what a crest is, so if you ever joke with me about that, I will headbutt you. Or attack you in public. Just letting you know. This cresting is awful. And light dancers. I think there are arms coming out of my eyeballs. I've had this before. I think I need Swedish eye drops. Whenever you exert yourself, they go... Now, these windows were virtually a French tour, apparently, but there's like 50 people staring at you. It's kind of weird. It used to be fine. Now it's not. Mostly because it's skin torture, too. All things torture, I guess. It's a torture league. So what am I talking about? Got a new one! New theme, people! Hockey League was damn fun compared to this. I don't know what Brain Thief is, but I wanted to keep mine. Huh, 10 milliliters of miscarriage? You can make a whole new brain from Ellery?
These are my feet. They do not want to be cut off. People will trying to go for a walk. They're like, you know that. Thank you. Yeah, put your hands up and spin. I did not know that happened in college or at all, so. Cast 9 himself. But put your hands up and spin. That's a lot of metal. You know it's really hard when people are touching you when you're sleeping or hypnotically abusing you and you can't stop them. It's really, really depressing. Especially when you're missing organs and you wake up. I tried really hard to put myself back together in one piece. I didn't know about editing, but as I hear Jessica outside talking about it, I don't like it. Especially since you put it online so everyone knows how to do it. So, like, literally a guy from the pool hall is going to come in and talk about, like, some government agency and then edit me. Or I'm just going to wake up in a hotel room with all my things in it again. No idea how I got there. But the thing is that's easy to do with someone whose whole family is apparently also helping with that, which really sucks. But I didn't have kids or get married, so when you play relationship scams on me, I don't have anyone to call. You did a really good job of that, though. I won't talk to anyone I know ever again. And David said everything I loved had died. I got up and walked out because he knew that I wouldn't talk to anyone ever again. Or want to, or try to. It's gotta be quite the algorithm on that computer. Anyway. Even staying up late isn't fun because you have no brain. Usually 3 to 5 a.m. is my special time when the internet's not hurting me, but... Oh, Molly, I know. You guys are really bad. Oh, my God. Seriously? I am not a big drug user at all, but because usually it's not, well, I won't feel it. But I always wondered what Molly was because I grew up in a town full of people tripping on it and blah, blah, blah. So I tried it, nothing. I was like, how are they spending $50 on this and it's doing nothing? And I realized I didn't feel happiness or like that kind of feeling naturally in Denver, and eventually we fixed it. And then apparently I came to a place where they wanted to unfix it. I mean, it's not that you need Molly, but it does help people with PTSD a lot, actually. You don't realize that you don't feel happy. Or like, you know, all those things you do like having in your body. And CPTSD, apparently. Gretchen's right about that one. I did not want to move on to that one. But I was so unaware of how little I felt, even though I wanted to feel, but my nerves were so burned out. And I was so traumatized that I didn't know it. Body sure does keep the score, though. You guys have beaten me down to hell. They said rheumatoid arthritis when I was in Tucson the first time. I was like, no. But my hearing started working correctly in Denver. I thought it was a miracle. Now I can't even sneak off to a doctor. But they love public humiliation in Tucson. And literally, I can't have a savings account because they literally emptied my savings account. But I buried money in the woods. Nope. They found it. Property, they recoded it. This is called eating the dinosaur. They call it that. I call it trying to drive someone crazy while stealing everything they have from them. Which we've already seen so many times and it's not fun to watch. I don't know why someone wants to watch another person lose everything that they have and love. But if you are as rich as the people doing this to me are, then you can just buy a new one. And I can't. But when someone says that stage 3 for government staging will be brain cancer, I'm really excited. That sounds cool. No, it doesn't. And I'm not joking. I've been afraid of gas my entire life. This is not funny. I'm like terrified of it. It's part of the reason I like still smoking, because usually I go outside to smoke. It makes you go breathe fresh air. Anyway, I know people like mixed emotions, but I don't. And emotional pulling isn't very fun, let alone pulling. Take me to the wrong spot. My new apartment's terrifying. Didn't know if I had ever been there, so if I have, not my knowledge. And I can't drive 2.5 hours, climb a tree, and try to sleep in it and work out. This is real life of Hell Tag Ellery. The side of harassment account on tour. But the pre-kill. I have special skin. It's once you drain them, you never look at them the same again, but you shouldn't be allowed to fill them with pre-kill. I don't want to be a stuffed sausage and have my movement restricted. We could have been a contender. Just kidding. I also hate doing this. Before, when I posted on YouTube, it was literally just to track my nerve damage and how often I was being hypnotized, because it makes me so repetitive. And it was all private, but somebody made everything public. And then they've gone through it and made fun of it and adjusted, like, everything. So, but it's basically me trying to track how bad the damage was to my body. Well, I couldn't control my environment. And I was terrified and having basically the information forced out of me, so. But the book, the knife, the wig, I don't like the knife. The book or the wig, I think. But I don't think that you should have to accept the fact that you have damage and you can't fix it. You know, someone took my spinal stuff out, which really sucks because that was not theirs to take, and now it feels like it's broken in 2 places. It feels more like organ harvesting. I like to find ways for us to not do that. But I used to transport organs in Boston, so I could do that. I just can't keep mine. I think everyone's known a lot.